Oh, hey guys, it's me once again, your boy, the charismatic anime fanatic, along being the AJ Lee fanboy, rko2582, back to do another edition, which I haven't done in a good while, countdown series, and I'm going to enjoy doing this subject. And this countdown series will be a two-parter, and for part one, it's my favorite Saturday morning cartoon blocks growing up. One of them, which is of course Fox Kids. Remember getting up Saturday mornings back when Saturday morning cartoons had meaning, worth getting up for. You know, still in your PJs, eating your cereal and stuff while you're watching good old ass cartoons. Well, nowadays you don't see that anymore. But back then, yep, you had Fox Kids and part two, which will be Kids WB, and this is my once again countdown series Saturday morning cartoon block edition. So I'm gonna give my top 10 favorite Fox Kids shows that I enjoyed growing up as a kid, and let's not waste any time to get this countdown underway. Alright, kicking off the countdown at number 10 is Tasmania. Remember Tasmania? You know, with Taz. Yeah. Man, and pretty much the main thing I remember about the show was the opening. And the opening's one of the catchiest openings ever. You had Taz with his, actually had a family, you had a dad and mom and stuff, and then you had so many other characters and stuff. It's been a while since I've seen that show. I mean, it was funny as hell. I remember used to watching it a lot during my daycare days. So, once again, number 10, Tasmania. Number 9 on the countdown is the Tick. Remember the Tick? Yeah, that big old blue guy dressed as a Tick, and his sidekick in crime, Arthur, who looked like a big white bunny with wings, I think. Yeah, it's funny those two are supposed to be superheroes, yet they live in an apartment. And I could say about the show, my cousin was a huge fan of the show more than me. And it was around the time when I used to go over to my cousin's house a lot and play his games and toys, and used to watch a lot of Fox Kids too, especially on Saturdays. So it's good for me. Yeah, the Tick was pretty much just these two guys who supposed to be heroes, but like I said, live in an apartment and having all these weird, crazy ass adventures and stuff. It's pretty hilarious. So once again, number 9, the Tick. Number 8 is Moolah Beach. Remember Moolah Beach? Yeah, Moolah Beach was at the time, it was a kids version of Survivor Series. Oh, sorry, I mean Survivor. If you think about it, you had 12 contestants, and then they were formed into 6 teams, like a blue team, orange team, yellow team, red team, green team, and of course a purple team. And they were pretty much like they had to get all these 12 symbols or something like that, and then they meet up this tiki god or whatever, and then like each week they're elimination, and whoever won, I forgot how long. But I remember after Moolah Beach and stuff, it was pretty much successful for of course endurance. Yeah, pretty much my sister was more of a Moolah Beach fan than I was, but I watched the show due to my sister since she enjoyed it so much. She enjoyed it so much. She watched the reunion, and she even wanted to be on Moolah Beach and Endurance. She wanted to be on those shows so bad, but sadly the dream never came true. But I can look back and say that Moolah Beach was the pioneer for, of course, Endurance afterwards, and then yeah. But once again, number 8, Moolah Beach. Alright, number 7 on the countdown is Metabots. Yeah, what can I say about Metabots, man? I mean, it was so new at the time. It was cool as hell. You had Icky and his sidekick in crime. I know, Metabee! Yeah, he was pretty badass. I mean, he was cool. And then him and his friends, like, have these Metabot competitions just to prove it's pretty much like the Robo version of Pokemon or whatever, something like that. And they had to look out for these bad guys called the Rubber Robo Gang. Yeah, they were funny, and yeah, so it's pretty much yeah, like a term, but yeah, it's kind of like I said, like a Robo version of Pokemon if you think about it. So number 7, Metabots. Man, I gotta watch that show again. All right, number 6 on the countdown is Whoever are Turtles fans, you're gonna enjoy this show. I'm gonna say is the Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Who doesn't remember this? And I know it's been years and years and stuff, but I think this out of all the Ninja Turtle series, this one's kind of like underrated, if in my opinion. You had, of course, the four main turtles. You had Leonardo, Donatello. He was my personal favorite as a kid, still is, and Michelangelo, Raphael, and of course Splinter. But they had a new addition to the team, a twist, a girl turtle, which her name was Venus, and her powers, she had like magical powers or something like that. And I remember these guys pretty much being awesome. And I remember the episode when they teamed up with the Power Rangers Space. That was an epic episode of that. And other than that, this was not a bad series. I mean, it's been a long time since I've watched this. Who knows? I might start watching again after this countdown. So number 6, Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Alright, we get on to our top 5. I'm gonna enjoy this top 5 right here. Number 5 is Big Bad Beetleborg. Oh yeah, who doesn't remember Big Bad Beetleborg? You had Drew, who was the blue Beetleborg. You had Roland, who was the green one, which I'm wearing right once again. And of course, Little Joe, who was the red one. You had these three typical average kids, just like theme. Yeah, the theme. Oh, that theme song. Oh my God, that theme song is so contagious. It's like it will never leave your head. It will never leave. It's just, oh my God. Oh, like I said, you had these three typical average kids, in that mansion. Of course, Flabber, which I swear he's like a combination of Elvis and Jay Leno, blue. And he gave them powers, living their dreams because they used the Big Bad comics, so they loved him so much they became the Big Bad Beetleborgs themselves. And then they had these bad guys, the Magnivores. They were pretty funny. Yeah, they were just like, yeah, another, shades of Saban, like counterparts of the Power Rangers, but with three people, Around that time, along with VR Troopers, which I appreciate now. And, yeah, the episode that stood out to me as a kid, Big Bad Beetleborgs, was, of course, when they faced the Shadow Borg. I mean, he pretty much owned them like every time, and he took away their powers. But it was when that epic encounter with him and Drew, that was an epic battle. Drew really had to dig deep inside, and he had like wings and stuff, and then he took out the Shadow Borg, and it was epic. I marked out as a kid with that episode. So yeah, I mean, and afterwards I did watch the Beetleborgs Metallics, which was the second season, and I used to own the gold metallic action figure. Yeah, it was pretty big, and then sadly I had to give it away when I was moving. But someday I will get all those stuff back and relive my childhood so I could tell future generations how good it was. So once again, number 5, Big Bad Beetleborg. Alright, number 4 on the list is Goosebumps. Yeah, who doesn't remember Goosebumps? I mean, that show, yeah, that was pretty dark, and it was around the time when the books was doing good too. And I did, yeah, read the books, Yeah, but really, I remember the show most of all. I used to remember watching this back in elementary school, ASP around that time. And my favorite Goosebumps episode of all time was, of course, Stay Out of the Basement. That episode blew me away. You had, of course, their mom leaving, and then, of course, their dad was acting strange and stuff. He had, like, plant for hair. He had green blood, and he was trying to feed them, like, some spinach looked like it was coming to life. Oh, my God, it was nasty. And then he was eating plant food and stuff, and then that epic scene that pretty much everybody remembers from the episodes when they uncovered the bedroom and then all those worms and dirt. I was just like, oh my God, he's sleeping in the dirt. And then of course, it was an insane episode, and it was a two-part too. So that's what made it even better. It was a two-part, and yeah, and the other episode I remember was the Night in Tower Terror. That was a good one. They were all stuck in the castle, pretty much reliving the past stuff. And of course, the Say Cheese and Die. And when you had one kid and a girl, they were friends. Stuff. And every time you used Karen, something strange would happen. I remember the kid kept getting fatter and fatter, and the girl kept getting skinnier and skinnier. It was kind of creepy. Yeah. All right. But thank God, right now, Goosebumps is still airing reruns on the Hub channel. If you have that channel, good for you. Alright, number 4, Goosebumps. Alright, number 3 is Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Who doesn't remember Spider-Man? Spider-Man was one of the shows I watched a lot during the Fox Kids cartoon block. And of course you have for Spider-Man and his villains, the Kingpin, which is a big boss guy. You had the Chameleon, you had Mysterio, you had Shocker, Rhino, name a few, and of course Peter's main villain, the Hobgoblin, and the Green Goblin. Oh my god! I swear, every time I watch Spider-Man, every time it gets to the Green Goblin, I always imitate him like hell. And I was surprised to find out it was Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker. I swear to God, that dude, for a dude who was a good guy on Star Wars, he sure as hell played crazy ass psycho bad guy. Like of course the Joker and Batman, the animated series, and this. This is he is very talented. I must say. And then of course I mean the Green Goblin and I know the episode of the Green Goblin when Harry Osborn he's like no the Green Goblin told me so and then of course with that he's like shut up Osborn, he is psycho, that fool's a fucking psycho. But anyways, you had all man, it was a great show. One of my favorites was of course when it got towards the end of the whole series, when they had all the clones, Spider-Man clones, the Clone Wars. That was awesome. That was pretty awesome. And it's sad that we're supposed to continue on after the Clone Wars, but sadly it was towards the end. And of course the short-lived Spider-Man Unlimited series. It was only 13 episodes. It was pretty much getting its ass kicked by Pokemon at the time. True fact. And yeah, but the theme song I remember the most out of Spider-Man Unlimited. So, anyways, number 3, Spider-Man. All right, number 2 on the countdown is X-Men. Yeah, man, who doesn't remember that badass opening? You had Cyclops, my personal favorite, pretty much everyone's favorite, badass himself, Wolverine, and then Gambit, my sweet, sweet Southern Belle herself, Rogue. She was fine. Jubilee, which she was kind of a wimp. Yeah, she was too much of a whiner. And Beast, Professor X, Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix. She got hotter when she was a Phoenix, I'll tell you that. And yeah, all these other and the bad guys, Magneto, Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Oh God, and it's just man, so many other bad guys, but those were the two that stood out to me. Yeah, it was. Oh, Mystique. Yeah, Mystique. She was bad too. Yeah, this show, man. If you did not like the '90s X-Men, then something was wrong with you, man. It was good stuff. I mean, it was a lot of crazy stuff. Even for a kid show, it was pretty good. And I wish you could see shows like that nowadays, but sadly, not even close. You know. So, anyways, yeah, number 2, X-Men. And the number 1 Fox Kid show that I watched more than anything, I made sure I watched religiously, made sure I did not miss not one episode. I couldn't decide with these 2 Fox Kids shows, so why not put them tied at number 1? It is, of course, no shot, the Power Rangers and Digimon, Digital Monsters. Oh yeah. Yeah, these 2 shows, like I said, I made sure I did not miss not one episode. These shows pretty much made me a huge Fox Kids fan, staple. Yep, and of course Power Rangers. I didn't care what series it was. I kept watching it and watching it. But I enjoyed the Mighty Morphin overall. That was when it really started for me. And of course, I was rocking the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shirt when I was in kindergarten. Yes, it's true fact. I have pictures. And of course, with Digimon, when it got towards into the end of the '90s, into the new millennium, I was a huge Digimon fan. I don't even need to go into explanatory. I mean, it was. I mean, I watched all 3 seasons that aired on Fox Kids. I mean, but like I said, many times, season 2 was my all-time favorite Digimon season, and it was a great time to be a kid. I mean, like I said, Power Rangers I enjoyed so much, and Digimon, I mean, my God. And recently at AWA, I saw a hot cutie season 2 version of Misty. No, sorry, not Misty. Damn it. It was Mimi, sorry, yeah, getting a little tongue tied today. Yeah, Mimi, she was pretty cute and she was awesome too. She was cool too. So maybe at the end of this, yeah, I'll probably show you a sneak peek of the picture. Who knows? And yeah, and that was those two top shows I said, Power Rangers and Digimon. Alright, anyways, that was my top 10 Fox Kids shows I watched as a kid. And don't forget, part 2 of my Saturday morning cartoon block edition of my countdown series will be my top favorite Kids WB shows I watched and as a kid, since afterwards I was forced to watch Kids WB since Fox Kids shut down around 2002 thanks to 4Kids. And all right, before I leave, here are my shout outs. Go up to the description box and subscribe to WWE Nexus 1000. She makes very interesting videos. She's into makeup, vlogs, all that stuff. So if you're into that stuff, and the guys, yeah, she's a WWE fan. And she's a girl for you. And of course, my boy, who I haven't spoken to in a while, Sean, fan forever 99. His channels he recently made, which was related to the one of the top shows I talked about. Digimon, he has two accounts, Digimon Brothers and Digimon Brothers for Life. So sub to them. He needs them. He really needs them. All right. Anyways, that was my countdown series. And until then, see ya.